Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Figma number 618 Gawr Gura from HoloLyth. You can see her there in front of her box. You can, moving off to the side. Yep, you can see the box right here. You got Gawr Gura right there. You got Max Factory up here. You got Figma and HoloLyth production and Gawr's name, English and Japanese. You got 618 cover corp and everything. On top, you have another pose of her plus Halo bloop. And on this side, you have some pose and a pose right here. And of course, on the bottom, a halo, the same pose at the top and a barcode. And on the back, a bunch of product shots and copyrights and warnings. It's for ages 15 and up, not for children. And of course, inside, you also get the, usual Figma instructions, which, are in both Japanese and English, telling you how to mess with stuff and whatnot. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, and also if you ordered, you got this bag if you pre-order from the Good Smile shop, or Good Smile directly, I should say, which comes with an extra face. I'll show that in a little bit. But yeah, so the Gooba, Grumpus, Gooby-Daba, Gawr Gura, Samides, the Shark Girl of HoloLyth myth. She's finally got her Figma, probably long awaited for a lot of people, is finally here. And yep, second HoloLyth myth Figma to show up. Yeah, getting close here. You can see her face. Yeah, she's got, by default, she's got her hood on. Her goofy little hood. She's got, her white and blue hair, all that stuff. You got her blue eyes, bit of a, smile. A Gura, very Gura smile. Got the hood on there. You can see, some little bits of gray, kind of guess representing eyes and whatnot on the back of the hood. There's a little X right there. Yeah, going down to the hoodie, you got the white collar there. You got a bit of yellow sticking out right there. The gray straps and the halo, the shark tooth thing, and the bones in the pockets, and the white, grayed into white, and all that stuff, and her legs, and her tennis shoes. Make her a little bit taller too. And her tail back here, and her fins, and you can see a little bit of white there, and little tail fins and everything, and stitching, and all nicely done. The only thing I would say is the way they did the lower half of the hoodie is a little weird looking, to be honest. It looks a little weird because of the way they did this just for the sake of posability. She also comes with, you can see, one of the larger display stands because of, some of her accessories. But I put this one in the middle, but it's got the multiple hinges and everything. Stands just fine here and everything. So yeah, before we get into the posability, or before we get to accessories and stuff, posability, of course, head is on a ball joint. You got left and right, you got up and down, you got that waggle, all that stuff. Real good there. Shoulders on the ball joint thing, on the stem. So you got, rotation would be there, kind of, except, parts of her do kind of get in the way, but she can do the rotation outward and everything right there. And of course, it's a ball joint, so you got also a lot of forward and back and everything, and up and down, all around right there. You also do that because there's also a bit of a swivel right there below the shoulder piece. So there's that. Of course, I got a hinge, which is just straight up a hinge at the elbow, which lets her move her arm about that much. You can see that. That much forward. You can also move it back a tiny smidge, but that kind of don't hurt Gura. Hands can swivel as well, and they also are on a hinge. You can see that. Also on mine, this arm kind of was. I just noticed the arm was like, oh no, the arm is not sitting right. It's moving in a way that's not supposed to move. So I had to kind of use a dab of glue, like stick a dab of glue into there to hold it in place. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. So we'll find out. Down here, you do have interesting way. You can see there's the joints are here, and because this is kind of a rubbery material, kind of have this weird rubbery material for the front, so she can do an ab crunch. It's like a multi-part thing, kind of. You can see like it's a very different kind of hinge than what I'm used to. So it's like it's there, but it's kind of, they're trying to preserve the hoodie a little bit. So it's this rubbery plastic. But the problem is, because of its rubbery plastic, it just kind of wants to snap back a bit. But she can look down, trying to find the stuff she's blind to in the game. But also down here at the legs, you do have forward. This piece right here, you can see what I mean. This piece right here is like its own like thing. It's hard to explain. It's like the way it's attached is odd. I don't know how to see that, but yeah, there's like she doesn't really have actual stomach or anything. It's just it's attached like this, so she can actually kick pretty far forward. You can see that, but it does separate the hoodie. She kick pretty far back. Outward is mostly unhindered actually. She does have a bit of a swivel right there as well at the thigh. Her knees, of course, can bend about that much. There's It can also kind of swivel below the knee a little bit, although it doesn't look right if you do so. And down here at the feet, of course, you do have forward and back. At the foot, you do have tilting right there. No toe joint because of, I guess, the design. But yeah, overall, pretty decent Figma design, just kind of odd. It's just the hoodie itself, it just makes things kind of odd. There you go. And before we get, oh yeah, and of course the tail, almost forgot. Tail can swivel left. It's actually, I think, on a ball joint, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so the tail's on a ball joint. So you can move it to the side, move it forward, move it, you know, all over the place. Move it back, move it forward, yeah. So you can do a lot of stuff with their tail as well. However you want to do that. Oop, and she just came off her stand, but yeah. But yeah, the stand, of course, can peg in right there. And also the hair. I almost forgot about the two. The hair has a hinge on it as well. But yeah. The peg just pegs in right there on the back of Gura. So, hey, there you go. So there's that. Now for some comparison stuff before we get into accessories, because, well, yeah, it's just a little easier. Here she is with her Nendoroid version. You can see that. Little Nendoroid version. And here she is with her Bone Bro, Callie, who's still posed because, yeah, I'm not unposing Callie. I like that pose. I don't want to have to try to get back into it. Yeah. So there you go. Now, she does, of course, come with several accessories, which all can be, you know, fit in the bag that's included, the little Figma bag that comes with it, as usual. And, of course, comes with a spare wrist joint right there, just in case, which I'm noticing I'm needing a lot lately. Comes with, let's see, a plinth of hands, which, yeah, you got a kind of fists. You got these gripping hands, and you got these claw hands, if it focuses. Come on, focus. Yes, I know Gura's there, but camera, come on. Yeah, you see the fists, gripping hands, claw hands, which are right there. There's this extra stand peg thing, which is for another accessory, which is, well, Bloop, actually. You got Bloop, little Bloop, you know. You see him there. He's got his little goofy tin can-esque looking hat. And his scar on the stomach and everything. Big dumb smile. He knows what he did. There's a reason why he doesn't get to show up very often. He also got a little bubble for Bloop. Just a translucent bubble. I'll show how that works in a second. Stay. Also comes with a trident. Yep, comes with a trident. It's a nice translucent bluish, you know, kind of, it got nice gradients there. And a little spiral at the bottom. Looks real nice. And of course, it actually has a separate head for no hoodie because Gura doesn't like her hoodie. It has her little pigtails and everything. The pigtails themselves are actually on ball joints, so you have a little more articulation right there. And still has the hinge for the back of the hair. Fortunately, mine also has a weird blue scuff on it, which kind of stinks. But, you know. And also an extra face, you know, big old smile, big old grin right there. Another face she gets is kind of a her Gao face, you know. And this is the pre-order bonus, which is the winking face. If you pre-order from Good Smile directly, you get the winking face. And yeah, swapping faces on this head, pretty simple. Just gotta, well, again, you gotta get the hood split in half, but on mine it's kind of snug. It's a very snug fit, so yeah, it takes a bit to get it separated, but you know, you probably pull the face with it. At least on mine it does. But yeah, you know, the face goes on there, and you know, pull that off and put a different face on, like so, and put the hoodie back on, and boom, now she's got this. Of course, swapping hands, pretty straightforward. Actually, before I swap hands, yeah, this is gonna go peg into it. There's, you know, multiple, you know, peg holes. There's 4 peg holes on the stand, and I just, you know, peg it right here in the back, but it's out of the way a bit. You know, it's kind of hidden, and then you just kind of, I can position how I want, bring it over here, and put Bloop on it. Of course, this splits in half. You can see that. See that? And there's a little peg in here, which, you know, there's a little hole in Bloop. You can peg Bloop on there, and then close it back up. So, and now he's in his bubble. And there's a peg hole in the bottom of the bubble, which goes over onto the stand right here. And there you go. Now you can have Bloop floating around with Gura. This also is, lots of hinges, but unfortunately these are kind of loose, so it doesn't take much for this to just kind of flop over if you're not careful. And for swapping hands, it's pretty straightforward. Just, gonna make sure to get them at a bit of an angle and pull. Hopefully, this one I'm a little scared of because that's the one that the arm was a little messed up. Yeah, just pull them off. Put the new one on. Hopefully this one will come off. Oh, please come off and don't pull the whole thing off. Okay, that came off. Whew. A little scared. Yeah, that whole arm was like weird looking. It was moving. It's like, again, this inner arm thing was moving. It's like, that should not be moving. I've noticed is like, yeah, hopefully it's fine now, but yeah. But yeah, now it's like, nice, you go Gawr, that little bit. Trident, can go in either one of these hands. You can see, I would say very much try to put the trident in the hand first, because yeah, it's one of those things where it will go in and it'll hold securely, but man, it is not it's difficult to get this in, and to the point of, yeah, again, I almost recommend heating up the hand first so it's a little more malleable, so you can get it on and off, it's in and out easier. Yeah, see. And then there's that, and then of course yeah, pop that on. Yeah, so now she can hold her trident if you want, and yeah, so yeah, popping those around is pretty straightforward. But yeah, popping the head, of course, swapping the head around is pretty straightforward. Also, just pop the head off. This comes off. There's a whole separate joint, and this also has the same sort of thing when swapping the heads. Just pull the front of the hair off, pull the face off, all that stuff if you want. So pretty straightforward. Nothing too demanding on that one, and thankfully the head is also pretty solid. And I also, like Gura, I prefer without the hoodie, so there you go. That's pretty much everything. There's really not a whole lot to it. She doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories. Yeah, she really doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories in general. So yeah, it's that thing, HoloLive stuff, there's a decent amount, but nothing there's not really a whole ton of stuff, but there's a decent amount that comes with it. As for price, how much was she? I want to say she was about $60 when I got her from Japan, shipped. Maybe it was actually closer to 70 shipped. Maybe like, I don't remember now. The yen fluctuated a lot, so I don't remember how much it costs now. But I want to say it was around $70, $75, maybe 80. It's kind of hard to remember. I think that's how much it cost at the time. I think the yen's starting to recover as of this point. But yeah, again, kind of the bit of the quote unquote HoloLive tax, but pretty much worth it. If you're big into Gura, which there's a lot of people who are, I think she's worth it. She looks pretty cool. Only thing is, yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be a common problem, but at least in this one, this arm on mine was kind of weird. Like, it didn't seem like it was working. It was like, almost looked like mine was almost partially detached, so I had to glue it a bit. But that might have just been a one-off problem. But overall, she's pretty solid. That was the only real problem. Just the only thing is, like, with the Figma, just remember to, sometimes you might have to warm up the plastic before you start separating the hands off, particularly because on those little joints, there's little ridges on there. That might, little ridges on the pegs for the wrist joints, and that, that's one thing, just kind of shaving it down a little bit, but that's kind of a risky move. But yeah, overall though, I think she's pretty good, pretty darn good. If you like Gura at all, pick her up. If you haven't already, I'm not sure how easy she's going to be fine considering everything, but yeah, she'll go good with, Callie, and well, next one is Kiara. Yeah, Kiara's next in November for the myth anyway. Watson's been revealed. The gray prototype for Watson. So far, Ina has been announced, but nothing beyond that. So we're getting closer to all 5 of them. So yeah, I recommend her. Not a lot of accessories, but you know, she doesn't have an overwhelming amount of accessories, I think is the way I would look at it. So yeah. That's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.